Two investigates expose the loophole that is allowing people to cross Bay Area bridges without paying. And tonight we have new data on just how much money the state is losing. KTVU's Jana Katsuyama questions a leading state lawmaker about why there's been no effort to close the loophole.
Our investigation began last month with a man, a Mercedes, and two stolen plates.
It looks like they just ripped this completely out of here.
Avery Turner told us thieves in Oakland didn't steal official license plates, but the cardboard dealer inserts, which accompany newly purchased cars in California.
It's just advertising for the dealership. So that's why I didn't understand what they want with that.
We started investigating and found a loophole in California law. Newly purchased vehicles can roam the roads with no license plate. And it turns out hundreds of thousands of vehicles with dealer inserts or no plate at all cross Bay Area toll bridges without paying a dime. Through the Freedom of Information Act, we obtained data from the Golden Gate Bridge District and gathered raw numbers from the Metropolitan Transportation Commission, which oversees the other 7 Bay Area bridges. We discovered the free rides have been going on unchecked for years. Since July 2005, when the MTC database first began its tracking, the number of no-plate violations has risen from 34,000 vehicles a month to more than 118,000 a month this past October. Last year, that added up to more than $6.1 million in lost revenue for the MTC. At the Golden Gate Bridge, $1.1 million, and on Southern California toll roads, $3.7 million, bringing the statewide total to $10.9 million in uncollected tolls last year alone. At the Golden Gate Bridge, where the board is considering a toll increase next spring, the number of no-plate violations more than doubled after toll workers were replaced with cameras and all electronic toll collection. In 2012, there were 108,000 no-plate violations. This year, 224,000, and that's just through October.
Prior to electronic tolling, they were stopping and paying their toll, and now there is a larger number of people crossing the Golden Gate Bridge without paying.
Golden Gate Bridge spokeswoman Mary Curry says the lost revenue is usually offset by fines paid by violators who are caught, balancing the budget, but not necessarily the scales of justice.
I think that's pretty unfair because I pay tolls every time I go across.
In 2011, state lawmakers did pass a law which requires new car owners to affix permanent plates within 90 days instead of 6 months. But this woman told us she's been waiting since August for the DMV to mail her permanent plates.
Because it's a long time to wait. I don't understand why it takes so long.
Walnut Creek police officer Steve Rower says long waits are common, but he also told us about one car he stopped that shows just how easily people can get away with ignoring the law.
They were driving around with paper dealer plates on their car for 7 years.
7 years. And what did they say?
They said they just hadn't put them on yet.
MTC for years has advocated for a change in state law that would require any car, once it leaves the lot, to actually have a license plate.
The MTC solution involves issuing temporary numbered plates at point of sale to close the loophole. To date, no lawmaker has stepped up to introduce legislation. Officer Rower says he talked with his state senator, Mark DeSaulnier of Concord, 4 times and has led nowhere.
And each time he said he was going to fix it, he hasn't done anything to this point.
We decided to come to Sacramento and ask state lawmakers why there seems to be no political will to solve this problem. After a transportation committee hearing this month chaired by State Senator DeSaulnier, he said the biggest challenge is getting all the stakeholders to agree.
There is resistance because it's applicable to the Bay Area, which is important, but then it has to be applied across to the whole state. So there's that, there's the car dealers, there's the cost of the funding to actually have the paper plates.
The state senator also says consumers might balk at added fees to cover a temporary plate, and California's size complicates the matter.
We should look at other states and see what they do.
We did look at the other 49 states, and we were unable to find any other that allows people to drive on roads with no permanent or temporary license plate.
If they can show me the numbers and we could develop some kind of action plan, I'd be happy to be supportive of that.
Our investigation into this issue is sparking debate. I have learned that the MTC has been receiving emails from the public and from high-level officials in Sacramento about this. Lawmakers will begin planning next month for the next legislative session, and it remains to be seen whether anyone will step forward and propose a bill. Reporting from the Bay Bridge Toll Plaza tonight, Jana Katsuyama, KTVU, Channel 2 News.
And we'd like to know what you think. Would you be willing to pay an added fee when you buy a new car to get a temporary license plate from the dealership? You can join the conversation on our KTVU Facebook page. And if you have an idea for 2 Investigates, we'd like to hear it. You can email your tip to 2investigates@ktvu.com.